Charles Hoskinson is known and respected as the founder of Cardano, which is one of XRP's biggest competitors. Still, he managed to say some really interesting words regarding the Ripple SEC lawsuit. What does he think about the SEC, and what can we expect to happen next according to him? Stick around until the end of the video to find out. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll discuss Charles Hoskinson's thoughts on the XRP lawsuit. But before that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell to stay notified. Let's head into it. Charles Hoskinson's position on crypto. The cryptocurrency industry did not have a successful year in 2022, particularly in the most recent few weeks, since the prices of the bulk of digital assets are still quite a ways down from the highs they attained in 2021. This was especially true recently. The fall was caused by a number of factors, some of which include the post-pandemic financial crisis as well as the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, commented on the situation and offered his perspective on the reasons why the cryptocurrency market has been doing poorly. In a tweet not too long ago, an analyst made the declaration that a bear market in digital assets had recently begun. When asked about the United States dollar worth of the native coin of his protocol, he stated that its price could not go up at this time for any reason. Yes, it's called a bear market. That's what happens. Nothing changes it. No announcement made a difference. Cardano could cure cancer, give you a personal poker-playing robot that also drives grandma to church on the weekends, and would still fall. Hoskinson made these remarks when he was in the process of making the most current enhancements to his project, which have had very little to no positive effect on the price of ADA. In a recent post that was released by Crypto Potato, it was reported that Cardano revealed a number of modifications that would be implemented for its network. One of these changes is the creation of a cross-chain bridge. In subsequent versions, an effort to make the system more scalable resulted in the reduction of the size of each block by 10%. However, despite the fact that whales went on a spending spree at the beginning of the month, the ADA price did not increase up as a result of this activity. The asset reached its all-time high of over $3 in the fall of 2017, but then it was adversely impacted by the market-wide decline that followed. It is currently selling at 65 cents, which shows that it had decreased by around 80% since reaching its all-time high earlier this year. The most recent analysis from CryptoQuant is one more factor that may add to the worries of investors regarding a bear market. According to the analytics platform, the bull market for Bitcoin ended in July 2021, and the trend has been altering ever since then. This information is based on historical data. According to the specialists of the company, the fees-to-reward ratio was the one responsible for everything that went wrong. The higher the ratio is, the more beneficial it is for miners to complete their work since they don't need to be urged anymore to hang on to their BTC. And vice versa, miners are more likely to keep their BTC if the ratio is higher. Miners are less likely to be enticed to sell their Bitcoin when the ratio is greater, since it is more profitable for them to keep their Bitcoin. As a consequence of the substantial drop in the value of the indicator since it reached its peak in April 2021, CryptoQuant has come to the conclusion that it is an indication of a bear market. In order for miners to be able to pay their monetary commitments, this implies that they are compelled to sell a portion of their holdings. Will Ripple win this case? Let's see what you think. His opinion on XRP's lawsuit. Charles Hoskinson has also recently commented on the lawsuit that was brought by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission against Ripple, which is a cross-border payment company situated in San Francisco. The case claims that Ripple sold XRP as an unregistered security. The SEC initiated the legal action by filing the complaint in December of 2020. According to the revised timetable for the lawsuit that was provided by James K. Fillan a few weeks ago, it is possible that the case may not be resolved before March of 2023. Charles Hoskinson made this argument clear in a recent interview with BitBoy Crypto. He said that rules should not function on a case-by-case basis, since this would cause everyone to live in terror. He continued by saying that the legislative process, not the enforcement mechanism, was the proper route for regulation. Hoskinson also stated that the present strategy being utilized by the SEC will have a detrimental effect on the expansion of the sector in the United States. According to his point of view, the strategy has the potential to drive crypto-based enterprises out of the nation. As Charles Hoskinson pointed out, it's just an example of what happens when you do regulation through enforcement instead of legislation. You should have a clear, understandable standards, and there should be a clear process of people to adhere and comply with those standards. For example, with the Ethereum crowd sale in Switzerland, we just asked the Swiss government, and after a few weeks of haggling, they told us what to do. And we had a thing, and it was over. The SEC tends not to issue no-action letters in a meaningful way for the industry, so there's no real good means of interfacing and integrating. And in the absence of that, people have different opinions, and there are winners and losers, and sometimes people get away with crazy stuff. I think the SEC, creates perverse incentives inside the marketplace and ultimately regulatory arbitrage, because basically those jobs go to Singapore and they go elsewhere. So I don't like the destruction of American jobs, the inconsistent clarity, the changing administrations having a big influence on change of policy. There should be universal standards and there should be universal definitions, and hopefully this case resolves in a way that's good for the industry, but it's just an indication of what happens in the absence of good leadership. Also, make sure to write your thoughts on Charles Hoskinson in the comments section. Ripple versus SEC. The context from which these claims are drawn is incredibly fascinating, especially when you take into consideration the possibility that Hoskinson's currency, Cardano, might be XRP's most dangerous competitor. On the other hand, neither of them have been able to experience any kind of success as of late. According to CoinMarketCap, Cardano and Ripple have dropped from their prior position to 6th and 7th, respectively, in the top projects ranked by market capitalization to their new positions of 7th and 8th, respectively. In spite of this, it is nonetheless fascinating to analyze the repercussions of the disaster, which was not pitch black, but rather a very dark gray. During this course of the day, there was a decline of $3.2 billion in the market capitalization of Cardano, where there was a drop of $2.6 billion in the value of Ripple. Over the course of the day, the value of ADA and XRP, which may be regarded as direct competitors for the top place and contingent rivals in their activities, witnessed a decrease of 15%. Is this an accurate assessment of one of Bitcoin's community's projects that is widely recognized and has received a lot of support? When would be a better time to invest in Ripple? There is not one single answer that can be provided. The most important thing to note right now is that there are very few triggers to change the position, and even those that are present do not appear to generate the requisite momentum for either Cardano or Ripple to develop. This is the most important thing to note right now. What do you think about Charles Hoskinson's take? Do you agree with him? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you had fun watching it. Give us a like if you did, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated. Also, activate the bell to make sure you definitely won't miss any of our future videos. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next video.